you need for Halloween. This is Haunted School, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to be doing a rather unexpected review. Some of you guys who might have been watching the my older animatronic related channel, which is called Nostalgiatronics UK, may have known this review's coming. But yeah, today I'm going to be reviewing the Gemmy animated 2007 Graves the Fat Butler. So yeah, this is a prop that was mainly sold in the US. For those of you that don't know, of course, us guys in the UK, we got the Edwardian Butler at Asda from 2007 to 2009. And yeah, this guy was one of the butlers that Gemmy made, and he was sold in the US. And I think he's a really cool one because he's got so much character to him, and he's really creepy and he's very serious in his scenes. So yeah, here's his box panel right here. I did get both of them. I didn't get his full box, but it definitely is better this way because those of you who don't know, his Gemmy boxes are massive. But yeah, it says 6 feet tall, lifelike Halloween butler, ages 6+ up there. It's such a classic box. And right there it says indoor use only, candy not included. Hear him mumble and see him breathe. This actually was a factory error on this box. It's supposed to describe that this guy talks and moves his head, of course, but they ended up giving it a typo and said what the Edwardian Butler does, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it says collapses for easy storage. It's a little diagram of him right there. Connect Butler to your stereo and you'll move his mouth to whatever you choose. Really cool feature. I really wish props were made like this. I'm given all these features today. Of course, there's a microphone picture, splendidly spooky attire, and of course down here this is little bits of information. Of course, a lot of random stuff, powered by Gemmy Industries, and of course adapter information. That's the barcode. Sadly no price on this, but I reckon he would have retailed for around $100, $100 to $150. For this kind of prop with this many features. It says sound and motion activated, fill his dish with candy, perfect for greeting guests and entertaining. There's a picture of him. His eerie eyes shift and his head turns. There's another little picture. His tray can hold Halloween treats. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. You may be wondering where Graves is right now. He's literally standing right over there. So let's head on over to him. I'm going to pop his tray on and we'll get on with the review. Okay, so heading on to Graves himself, he is a really cool looking prop. He is actually one of Gemmy's tallest animated characters that we've ever done, besides Jason and Frankenstein, of course. I'd say he's easily a good 6'1" to 6'3". He's definitely taller than the Edwardian Butler because he's about the same height as me, and this guy still is tall. This guy is taller than me. But yeah, he's really cool. He's got his own unique body shell as well, which kind of gives him the term Fat Butler because he's of course very well built, if you can say that. But yeah, here's a look at his face then. As you can see, his face actually has a unique mould to any other Gemmy life size. People say he is actually inspired from Alfred Hitchcock's face. I don't think there's actually any information that can confirm that out there, but if you compare it, I'll probably put a picture on screen now, but if you compare his likeness, there's definitely similarities there. But yeah, he's really cool. I like how he's got like his dark pits around his eyes, and you can definitely tell he's tired. He's got also green eyes as well. That's another thing I really like about him. The face in person looks so much better than it does in pictures, I must say. Like, even just looking there, you can see the skin pores on his face and little lines around his eyes. He's so cool. He's even got a sculpted in mouth as well. As you can see the tops of his teeth there. That's really cool. Due to his mouth though, how he's sculpted, he actually does have his lips do protrude from a side profile, but that kind of is due to his design. He's meant to, and that kind of limits his mouth movement. But yeah, he is really cool regardless. And going on to his body, he's got an incredible outfit. It's such good quality. Like, this is probably the best quality butler suit I've ever felt on an animatronic, I must say. Like, that's really thick. And This arm right here, it's very similar to the Edwardian Butler. It is posable. I've got it in its original pose for the time being, just because it looks good that way. And there's his hand. His hands are live cast, so they are cast off a real hand. You can definitely tell that from that paint job and the sculpt right there. Just look at that. Even just looking inside his hands as well, that looks like a real hand. And going under there, you can see his other hand as well, which is detachable. He does have his tray. His tray is a bit cracked, as you can see, but it does sit on his hand real fine. I'm really not going to use this to put anything in. It's just there for display only, of course. But as his pants go, he's got these really nice lining going down. And as we go to the bottom, you can see his feet. It's a bit dusty, the bases. I'll give it a clean off eventually. But he's got the same shoes as Count Vigor, and I believe Butler Wade as well. They're the same. He's got his little motion sensor down there, purple button on top of there. As we head on down, you can kind of see his features that focus in. He does have a microphone jack, an auxiliary jack, and a volume control. And around the other side, I'm not sure if I can get that far. He does have a switch where you can switch him from all of those modes as well, and the adapter. Which the adapter, I have had to get him one, but in fact I'll show you the one I got him now. But this one works just fine on him. I've got him a 9V 3A and it works perfectly. I'll probably leave a link down below if you're going to buy some of these US props in the UK. I usually buy from the same seller because their adapters are very reliable. But in terms of repairs, there is a full video on Nostalgiatronics UK showing actually how much was needed to be done to this guy. But let's say there was a lot. His base was cracked at the bottom, and he was having trouble standing up properly. And also his head movement, I thought it was fried at first because I couldn't hear any sign of life from the motor. But when I popped a new gear on there, it actually unlocked. It was actually just jammed from the split gear. And I also replaced the motor in the head turn and the gear in the eyes, and he works great. He looks perfect. His highlights are still working as well. Those can also pull off the wires can, so of course be careful with how much you use this guy. Yeah, I'll give you another look at his tray, just show you some of the fine details actually before we get into the demo. You can see it is very similar to the Edwardian Butler. Same details. The only real difference is this handle right here is actually a lot wider because his hand is a complete different sculpt. But yeah, without any further ado then, let's get into the demo of Graves, the Fat Butler.
Good evening. I would offer you a refreshment, but I fear you might become suspicious.
Very loud as well.
I say you are looking wonderful this evening, but then again, I say a lot of things. Care for something? I highly recommend you first ensure it has been properly prepared. Touch it and see if it moves. I hope you'll enjoy these delicacies. They'll surprise you. One bite is like a knife in the back. I do hope I'll not have to clean up after anybody tonight. And I do mean anybody. As I understand it, the master is indisposed at the moment. Please be patient, as it's quite difficult to dispose of certain things these days. Please, take one of my treats here. True, they are bad for your health. But then again, so is upsetting me. So good of you to come. We've begun to run short on friends around here, but you probably.
At the end of that phrase, actually, there was a factory error. He's supposed to say you'll probably make it out in one piece. A lot of you guys may know that, but it's just a little fun facts about this guy. But yeah, he's really cool actually. I love how much movement he has for such a. He's very simple but effective. I have to say as well, with his animation, I really do love the eye movement. I think it is really underrated on Gemmy props with the eyes moving, but in truth, there isn't really much nowadays that has that movement besides the servo props at Home Depot. and they are really creepy when, of course, when you look at this guy from all angles, he looks like he's watching you, as you can see. I think the voice on this guy is very incredibly voice acted, I must say. I really do love how serious he is, and also like how he kind of has the posh Butler accent, and at the same time he's a tired Butler, and he's of course seen a lot of things, that's for sure. But yeah, there you go, that's Graves the Butler right here. I'm really happy with him. I did pay about, I want to say, around $450 for this guy, and that's to buy him from America, shipping to the UK and with customs costs. I really want to give a big thank you to Nick, who I brought this guy from. Some of you guys may know him as Gauze Manor on YouTube, but yeah, I really love this guy. Big thank you to you for sending this guy to me. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video then. A lot of you guys may know actually from my videos on the other channel, I have been centering my purchases around older props this year. That's mainly because there isn't really too much that I've been after this year, if I'm all honest. I've got one more life size coming. That is one of the UK ones, because of course I had to downsize a little bit sometime last year, and I did end up selling it, so I'll probably review it when it ends up coming. Some of you may know what it is, but I've got a lot of tabletops to show you guys through as well. I've got a couple of Grave Ravers, yeah, all sorts. But yeah, thank you for watching this video then. I really hope you enjoyed this review of Graves the Butler, and please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want more for more Halloween content. And remember, anything you need for Halloween, this is Haunted Skull.
Good evening. I would offer you a refreshment, but I fear you might become suspicious.